go. What's going on, guys? It's Comic Book Creation Live on this new Comic Book Day, Wednesday, April 28th. We are going to talk to Lee. That's my cuz. We're going to talk to Lee about some logos and some mastheads for some comic books that are not yet out yet, but we are going to begin creating them right here on Comic Book Creation Live. So this is the very start of it. I'm going to share my...
Oh, so you didn't show Kev any of them, did you?
No, right? He's going to be totally surprised. So I'm going to show him... I
always like his reactions.
Yeah, it's better this way. We're going to show him the super old revision first. So we talked about super old. Was it last Wednesday? Maybe
Monday
ago.
Or I was on last Monday. Yeah.
All right, a week ago, Monday. And we had seen some crime studio logos and some super old logos done by Lee, but it was very rudimentary early on, just like go with those type of things. And we gave him some feedback on that last show. And now he went back and he revised it, and I think they're awesome. So let's see the first one here.
Awesome. Did I lose audio?
No, I can still hear you.
No, okay, no, I couldn't hear you guys for a second.
Go lay down.
Yo, this is the best, man. I like this shit a lot. Yo, so were you trying to mimic an old face or just old skin?
Old skin. What was it? Because you guys were like, oh, think old like Simpsons. So I looked at a bunch of the Simpsons characters were going old. A lot of like the rounded pieces.
Yeah, hell yeah, like liver spots and shit like that. Yeah. Yo, I think it's so close to kind of being the face. I feel like we should like underline it or some shit to see what that looks like. I like this, man. I like the fucking little hairs and shit. This is pretty funny.
I see what you're saying, Kev. It almost looks like there's a nose and two eyeballs.
Yeah, it's like an old fucked up face.
It's funny that is not the first thing the wife saw when I did it.
She saw a bunch of like little testes and shit.
Yeah, that was well, she goes, that L doesn't look right.
No, it looks like a nose. To me, I just see an old fucked up face with puffy eyes and shit. I like it though, man. This is hilarious. I think this definitely catches the vibe. I thought the vibe I was looking for anyway.
Yeah,
good. I like this a lot. It's just fucking hilarious. It's funny, man.
I was thinking maybe like the super part could I don't know if that would span the whole top, like to give Kevin the look if he's looking for like more of a brow to this, or maybe just overarching super. I like it. I think it's awesome this way too.
Yeah, I think it's dope. I mean, if we're gonna like if we decide to like go like a funny face wise, like I would like go over the top and make this super out of like fucking long ass eyebrow hairs or some shit, but I don't think that's necessary. I think it's hilarious.
I was gonna say, I feel like to make it look like a face though. I feel like that'd just be, I don't know.
That was too much over the top. Like I wouldn't make a mouth or a nostril or nothing like that. Like how like Amazon has like the arrow like from A to Z. Like, face. I think just like a small like underline or something could like drive that home. But I mean this works as is. I don't think it needs anything on it. I would run with this because it's just fucking funny. This is just funny to me, man. It should be.
It was a fun little afternoon to be coming up. I'm like, all right, maybe get the base. I'm like, all right, me work on the wrinkles. I was like,
Nah, this is good, man. This is funny as shit. I like it. Yeah, but they don't have any notes. That's dope.
Well, that was done.
Super old, man. Super old. Holy shit. That's funny as fuck.
That works.
Oh man, yeah, I like it. I like it.
Once you come up with like a first sketch of the art style, got to put it with the logo, make sure it matches and all that stuff.
Yeah, I have like in the way my first vision of it is like throughout the whole comic, like all the colors are like real dark and fainted, you know what I mean? And then when the action starts, it's like real bright and vibrant and just fucking like bolder lines and shit like that. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, because like you compare it to One Punch Man, where he's like super cartoony, and then he gets super serious. The art style slightly changes.
Yep. But even like the cartoony one, like I just see it just real, just washed out and just sad looking. You know what I mean?
Depressing.
And when the fucking action starts, it's all fucking just over the top, lens flares and fucking sparks for no reason. Like might be all Michael Bay shit on paper when the action starts. It's explosions for no reason.
When you say sparks, I think Power Rangers. They all get hit.
All that type of shit. This is dope. I even like.
I zoomed in a bit. I can see some hairs.
Yeah.
Ears are funny as fuck. Ears are funny as fuck. It's funny, man. I like it.
Good.
Oh yeah. What else we looking at? You revised the Crime Studio already?
He actually redid the Miami Crime Studio, and it's so much more sophisticated now. I'll show you.
Well, yeah, and I did your idea, Kev, where it's like a cross, and then I'm like, let me stack them to see how that looks too. Give two options.
Nice.
Because like I was telling Ant, I'm like, there's too many gradients going on. When you look at comic book logos, they're usually solid colors. The only gradients I ever really saw were like Transformers, and it was very minute. So
fire. Oh, Primal in the house. What up, man?
What's going on, Primal?
Morgan Van Pelt. Is that wifey?
That's the wife.
What's
going
on,
Morgan?
Wifey? What's happening? Is that the cat
Good
you
to
just
see
threw
you
off
here,
your lap,
Morgan.
bro?
No, that was the other one. No, the one I took off was the youngest one. That's the oldest.
That's funny, man. That's funny.
She's now next to me staring at the dog.
Cool as hell. Yeah, let's see this Crime Studio one. I think this one is set, bro. Only thing I would just play with, like as far as on my own, just like play with like color on my own end though. Like I might like.
You talking about
like,
super old, Kev?
Yeah, super old. Like I might put like liver spots in there and shit. Just like you have the wrinkles, I'll just sample that color and put some liver spots in there, see how that looks, just to be a dickhead about it. Or maybe like put in like an inset drop shadow with that same tone.
True.
This is fire.
Well, that was why I did like the black half circles, just to give you that like discoloration of the skin. But then also too the black and white design, because usually that's in like like the first or second page of the cover. It's it's very simplistic looking. It's like, all right, I'll just leave it black. I
like it, man. I like it. I like this a lot. I'm anxious to see the Crime Studios joint.
We got Mundo dialing in from the football field.
Yo, did you say Yo, what is it, another kickball game?
Yes, sir. Another kickball game. What up?
Holy shit, what's
Mundo in the house.
Yo, did we say what's up to Primal yet or what up? What's up?
What's up,
Primal?
Primal's in the house.
What's up, Primal?
Holy shit, kickball games are late as fuck, bro.
Well, this one is. These two over here are salsa, man, but it's all good. I gotta kind of get away from the crowd here a little bit because.
What I could do, Mundo, is like mute you.
Can I use it to get mom a drink?
I'll probably have to mute Mundo while we discuss this business.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, I thought I downloaded this already. Couldn't find it, so I'll pull this up.
If you want. You want me to just type in stuff?
It's all good, Mundo. I could just mute you. You could unmute yourself if you want to chime in. That way you could be in two places at once. Okay, this looks awesome. I'm gonna pull this up here. This looks so good. Kevin is gonna like this one.
I'm sure there'll be a few revisions after this, though, but it's still an improvement over the last one.
Oh yeah, I'm digging this. Why'd you lose the neon though? I thought the neon was hitting. I thought this is it.
Yeah, but it's like you still get that neon look with the cursive, but like I said, solid colors. So when you print, it just I don't know. I just feel like it looks better.
I like the neon. I was kind of stuck on that neon, but I definitely like the Crime Studio. I like this a lot, man. It's dope.
That's so funny because I didn't even realize the neon was gone until Kevin said it.
Like neon was fire, man. The neon was fire, but
I guess I still saw it in the word.
Yeah, but it's easily added back. It's not a big deal. But the Crime Studio part's a big improvement. It's not so much gradient. It's like it's a little bit more solid now.
Yeah, I dig it. My the vibe of it is my favorite aspect of it because You know, everybody who's doing comics and shit like that now, they use every fucking filter in the book, bro. Like it's like the filter determines the layout rather than you just using your filter to you know, just enhance your shape, your form. Well, I like this flat color. It's kind of like reminiscent of like where we grew up. We grew up in like 80s and 90s, and this looks like it's just straight to the point. It's strong, bold letters, bold lines, just hard hitting. I like it. So like you got some flair with the Miami and the cityscape, and then Crime Studio is just boom, just heavy and fucking just punchy.
And then the idea would be every location that takes place,
every city's different. Yeah,
the flair would be different. So
right, but the Crime Studio part could stay the same.
Yeah,
like,
hell yeah.
I like how the C and the S is bigger.
Oh yeah, I even like it on one. I like it on one line. I like it stacked the way you stacked it here. Like,
I was just gonna ask you, what do you prefer?
I think I don't. You know, it's.
Yeah,
it's
I
nice.
think I like 3 lines.
It's bigger when he
ridiculous.
Stacks it.
Yeah,
I guess
I like it.
one plus. But I like it.
I mean, I like having the options. I wouldn't be opposed to fucking switching it up.
I was just gonna say it could all depend what the cover would be. Like if the cover is you need more retail space, you use the smaller one. If you don't need that much retail space, you use the bigger logo.
Yeah, well, you can also use it the different covers for every volume.
Yeah, I dig it.
Every episode.
Definitely digging it.
So
this is fire. This is fire.
Yeah, look at that, 2 home runs.
Dope.
No, but besides the neon though, like I guess Crime Studio would just stay as is. See, my thing, like you guys were talking about, like adding like rust or grind to it. I feel like that would just.
No,
you know what I would maybe do for an animation. So like, let's say we like to promote stuff on our Instagram, and I don't know if we'll make like an Orange Books Comics Instagram, because we have an Albatross Junction Instagram for our current book. But I was thinking like for Instagram or for anything where you could show a GIF or animated thing, how cool would it be to like the city could almost have like a little almost like a highlight run across it, or like a rainbow highlight, and then the Miami could like glitz like neon, like kind of flicker. Yeah, like a neon sign that's kind of flickering, like Kevin said, like it's 1983 and it's kind of going bad, like the neon's going bad or something.
Be fire.
That would be so
dope.
Sick.
I would like that a lot.
All right, look at that.
And like it's starting to feel like with the CS that could become the logo. Like for instance, I just mentioned Instagram, so there's a little circle, you know, on Instagram or on like YouTube for your icon.
Yeah,
I could almost imagine that CS, because you have it in such a unique look with the metal, that it'd be recognizable, you know, to just see the CS as well. I think.
There you go. When do you guys plan on doing, like, because after Albatross, what's next? Is it this or Super Old?
I was thinking about that today. Like, what is the sequence? So I don't know. But me and Kevin didn't talk about that.
Yeah. I mean, it seemed like the story for Super Old was more developed. That was the impression I was getting, at least.
It is.
Okay, yeah. So it makes sense. That probably would be the next one then.
It's funny as hell. Funny as shit. Yo, Primal, Mundo was at his daughter's kickball game, bro. Primal was asking where Mundo's at and shit.
Yeah, doing the father duties, man. Doing the father duties.
Mundo's the ref.
No, not the ref. Not even close.
He's on the field holding his phone.
Yeah, our girls are getting their butts kicked off.
He like throws the phone down if they make a mistake.
Confuses it for the flag.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah, like I would love to animate this logo. I think that would look so cool.
That would be awesome.
You know what, too? Like
just fade in from black type of setup.
Like, yeah, like especially because like I would go through the trouble too of like casting that neon glow onto the Crime Studio. So like, let's say it was glitzing, flickering, I'd probably like, you know, paint in a little bit of glare or like reflection off of Crime and Studio, just off the tops a little bit, you know, as the Miami was like flickering, you know, I'm just imagining this animation for no reason, but
you're going 3 steps ahead now.
You know what came to mind when you said animation? Like if our story is gonna take place in the 80s or the 90s, I see the Crime Studio characters falling in place like Tetris, like even as a Tetris game. That should be dope, man. I think that'd be hot. That'd be hot.
Oh, so like
Definitely,
it's a full drawing, and they kind of drop in.
Like they fall like they fall in with the Tetris music and fucking turn and they fall in the plate.
Oh,
I think that'd be cool as shit.
See, I was thinking like Law and Order, where they just like fade in type of thing.
Boom, boom.
oh yeah.
That'd be funny as shit. Yeah, man, this is dope. Yeah, I'm liking all of this.
Woo!
Liking
all right, send me my check. It was good working with you guys.
Checks in the mail. This is fine.
Kev, are you so happy with this that you want Lee to go forward with a Dallas look based on this layout? Or do you want to hold off on
I think
further?
Going with the Dallas look is kind of jumping the gun. Because I mean, like because like once we have a story, shit might come to mind. But we should have did for the cover. We should have did this. It was like, why waste your time on an initial cover? We don't even have like, a story.
No, I was gonna say that. It's one of those things. I mean, that's why I wasn't going too many. So I just did Miami, because like your story may change. Hell, Miami might not even be a location.
Might even like wipe Miami out. Yeah, it might be like, it's not Miami anymore. It's Brazil.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I mean, Crime Studio for me is set. It's definitely set. I like that. I like that shit a lot.
Yeah, Lee, can you just change the Miami to Rio de Janeiro?
Rio de Janeiro.
I'll put a little parrot or whatever next to it.
Put all that shit. Yeah, this is fire. I like this. I like this a lot.
Nice.
Great job on this. And I do think it looks good in black and white as well. So you can see the black and white right here, and it works.
Yeah.
So maybe that's part of the reason why.
But it's looking very like rock starish.
It does. But honestly, the stuff I see that Lee does on Instagram, it looks video game
it's very GTA.
like to me, and GTA. So that's kind of why I thought of him for this, is because I'm thinking I want something that looks like that, like those Twitch logos that he's doing for people, or those cool like little Nintendo looking logos. So I kind of think.
No one knows what to say when he said GTA. I'm like, I wasn't even thinking GTA when I did this.
But especially when you see it in black and white,
I see it now. I definitely do.
Wow.
And then me and Kevin kind of come from a different time too, where we were playing there was one game called Gay Tony, I think it was called, and it looked a little like this, but it was GTA.
I remember Gay Tony.
And it's like there was video games in the 80s, right? Like that looked like. Sometimes the title of it looked like this type of thing, because they had nothing else to entice you besides like a really cool look on the video game, right?
And at the time, the covers didn't even look like the game.
I know, like it was a trick a lot of the times for what it was. It was sometimes it was a shit game with a cool cover. That was most of them, right?
You're like, oh, this is what the world's supposed to look like. Use your imagination.
Oh yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. It's kind of helped me come up with the aesthetic for the interior too, just by looking at the masthead.
Well, actually, I thought of an art style that I just really love by that dude Kelsey. Kev, I showed you. I think he had mentioned Albatross when I sent
I know
super chat about Albatross.
I don't remember his own stuff though. I don't remember his stuff.
If you look up Magic Cop, that's like a new one that he's
Magic
doing.
Cop.
It's I want to draw this with that like clean look. It almost looks Miami to me, or like 80s and 90s and clean with like a nice it would look good in black and white, fun to ink, fun to color, that type of stuff. I could kind of see it like that, but like let's say issue 2 or different version of the miniseries would be like Dallas Crime Studio. There would be maybe a different art style for that, but I'm just thinking of Miami. For Miami, if you look up Magic Cop, that's a cool art style. I think I would try to strive for that for
Check
this.
it out. Check it out.
Is it? Who is it by again?
If you look up Kelsey Shannon,
Shit up.
And he's the artist. I don't know who wrote the comic. It's not quite out yet. Let me see if I could.
Oh wow!
Do you see it?
Yeah,
Maybe?
The guy's in like pink and white. Oh, it definitely does have a Miami feel to it.
Oh, I typed in Time Cop and Van Damme came up. I'm supposed to type in Magic.
Sorry, because if you don't type in the name, you get an Asian kung fu movie, Magic Cop.
Okay,
I'm looking right now.
Did you share your screen, or should I pull it up here?
Oh, I'm looking at my phone.
Oh, I lost the window.
I didn't want to hear like all the. I'm fucking shit will start shaking.
Like mine, right? Mine is shaking all over the place. my girl just kicked the ball and she got in. So score is actually 1-6 right now. We're trailing, but we're at the top of the third.
Yeah, this is definitely what I'm thinking of.
That's awesome.
This is definitely what I'm thinking of. Hell yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet.
Hell yeah. This is crazy.
It almost, I gotta see if I can find this show now. It almost reminds me of this one show that came out. Give me a second. Shit. All right, give me a minute. I gotta try and find it now.
Okay.
A show that came on when? How long ago? Talk to me.
It was probably a couple years ago. It was like the same art style as, I can't think of the name of the name.
It was animated?
Yeah,
Animated
it was
show?
on Comedy Central or TBS. It was horrible. It was a horrible show, but the animation was really nice.
I thought it was Comedy Central.
You're not talking about Super Jail, right?
No, I remember now. No, I'll think of it. Just give me a minute.
You're not talking about like Archer, are you?
No, oh god, no, that show's great. No, I'm thinking of something else.
I was gonna say Archer's pretty good.
Archer's phenomenal. Nah, I'll think of it. I'll give me a minute. I'll think of it. Come back to me.
Yeah, so I don't know, like after Albatross Junction Volume 1, what we're going to do. Is it going to be Albatross 2 or one of these other ones? I'm not exactly sure yet. It could kind of like any of them could kind of spawn right on the spot, because we could kind of pivot pretty quickly because we have some stuff down for each story kind of already.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe half and half.
Yeah, like it might be fun to go back and forth. Although, you know, like a week or two ago, I kind of saw my life going where I would just do Albatross 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, just kind of do that. But I'm open to thinking about maybe inserting another project into there. You know, I think that could work too. Right now, our comic is on Indiegogo. Albatross Junction Volume 1 contains actually issues number 1 and 2. And we are been working on that for over a year. And Kevin's had the story for over 20 years in his noggin. So you can go check it out on Indiegogo. I did put the link in the description for anybody that wants to take a look at this comic, our first Indiegogo comic. I think the last one we did, Kev, was the last one, Sumeria, was that a Kickstarter? They did a couple years ago. I think it was a Kickstarter. This is a project that's between me and Kevin. We wrote it. We are illustrating it. And for the next project, we've gotten some help. We got Lee. He did some awesome logos that we checked out for Miami Crime Studio and Super Old. Those are going to be fun.
The name alone makes me fucking laugh, bro. Super Old.
I'm excited for both.
The idea is just hilarious to me.
It's funny, man. I think we came up with some cool fucking like a cool setting today, just on the phone in like 10 minutes.
Primal says fun during inking. That's impossible.
Yeah, that shit. I mean, I might agree.
I have fun. I have fun inking.
I have fun sometimes.
Maybe because it's mine. Like the page that I inked of Kevin's, that was a little more. I was trying to be very perfect. But with mine, I think since I penciled it, I can kind of have fun because if it's like if I made it, I can break it and fix it. If Kevin made it, it's a little harder if I break it to take it to him for fixing.
Yeah.
So I think for my own stuff, it is fun, but I think it would be hair raising for it's like when Kevin handed me that page, and he had spent so much time on it, and it looked great, and I didn't want to mess anybody's eyeball up or screw any line up or anything like that. So
yeah, you guys did great. Inking and all the coloring and everything.
It was stressful.
Yeah. But y'all make the magic happen, guys. Make the magic happen.
Pushing, goddamn. What else? Is that for show and tell, man? I was kind of digging the whole show and tell aspect of this whole.
Yeah, I guess Lee did such a great job that there wasn't much of a discussion about it because we're just like, yay, go Lee.
Ooh, let's go. Yeah, let's fucking go.
But I'm sure as time goes on, like once you guys start developing like an art style and things like that, I wouldn't be surprised if you're like, hey, let's fine tune it ever so slightly, or like things like that.
Yeah, or we might work on, Kevin's got some ideas for like the Orange Book logo, just maybe using the Orange Book itself as like a rectangle.
Yo, yeah, Lee, you're a designer.
Kevin.
Don't you think? I think it's like. Can you pull up the? Is it too much to pull up the comic?
No, I think I
think we should just just keep it an orange rectangle. I mean, literally, this is the Orange Book. Like, just use this. Just boom.
Well, I was doing the logo. I was basing
book.
off of what Anthony did, and I was just kind of like fine tuning it a little bit. That's all.
I say we just use like a fucking orange, just this orange square. That's it. Finished. Orange Book.
That's
see how it looks here.
That's the title. Orange Book.
That's it.
Period.
And then like you don't have the ones I put together pretty quick. Did you? Do you?
Did you send it to my email? I can probably
pull them up. I'll probably text you. I don't even think I emailed them.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Then I probably can't too easily.
Hold on. Let me see. I think I got him. Over here. I got him over here. I just think, just honestly, man, like breaking it down to the simplest form is the most sophisticated thing you could do, man, in my opinion.
No, it makes sense. Hell, I could just get rid of the blue circle.
I got it, Kev. I could.
Yeah, you could. Just get rid of the blue circle.
You got it. I just opened it.
I'm gonna transfer my computer.
I got it. I can share the screen. I got it already.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, hold on. Let me fucking share my screen all week.
Yeah, but for anybody who's watching out there, I mean, these comics are going to be amazing. And when you get to know these guys, the way you get to know these guys, and the more you get into the concept of Albatross Junction, the characters and everything, you're going to love the story behind it and everything else. And again, for me, they made me a comic book character. And,
Mundo,
these guys are amazing. These guys are amazing doing what they do. So make sure you like and subscribe and all that stuff.
Like, it's simple as shit. Saying like, and even just like throwing it on a fucking cover. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, Kev, what do you think about this? But it has a texture in the orange. What do you think?
I'm good. I'm good with it. I'm good with like scanning this thing and getting the scan.
Like I bought the like photo that like from Shutterstock or something, and it's called like orange linen journal or something like that, and it looks just like our cover, I think. So maybe that could work.
I'm with it, man. I'm with it. But yeah, I think just keeping it simple as fuck, kind of, cause just when it's juxtaposed to our art style gets kind of crazy. We never draw anything simple. So I think having like a simple fucking mark is kind of like the way to go.
Makes sense.
And I don't even think we need comics necessarily. I think it'd just be Orange Book.
Right.
So like all the ideas that we put down in these fucking books, when they come to life, it's just, Orange Book. You know what I'm saying? It might not always be a comic.
Could be Orange Book Studios.
But
it doesn't have to say it anywhere. Like just say Orange Book.
I kind of go with Kevin. Just have it say Orange Book because you can branch off to so many different things.
It's the truth. This is the truth, though.
I knew Kevin was going to try to get a BK in there somehow.
Yeah. BKNY.
He's always inserting BK into something. Got to be there. So, Brooklyn.
Oh.
He's always putting Brooklyn. That's on his hats. It's on different things.
So it's bad. I was thinking Burger King.
They actually took away a Burger King that was near me. I just drove by an area that was there for 30 years. Now it's gone. It's like another store, like a furniture store. There's no more Burger King in sight.
Oh, that's how you know shit is getting bad.
Well, I guess they drove them out of business or something. I don't know. Like now it's all about like Popeye's chicken sandwich. It's all about
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. It's all about other stuff like that. Nobody wants Burger King's fries anymore. They want McDonald's fries.
It's bad. I have a Chick-fil-A across the street from me. It's bad.
Oh yeah, I couldn't have that shit close to me.
It's all bad.
It's one of those things where it's like, I don't know what to have for dinner. Yeah, it's a Chick-fil-A.
I call them fly fillet now. Every time I go to the one near me, there's flies everywhere and shit like that. I feel like 80,000 flies buzzing around. I'm like,
what's that about, bro?
They're just gross. They just don't clean or something. So I call them fly fillet, and I ban them. I don't go there anymore.
You don't go to that one, or just Chick-fil-A in general?
No, I switched to Popeyes.
It's the same flies. You just don't see them.
I don't see the flies at Popeyes. That's their logo. That's their slogan.
Don't see the flies at Popeyes.
But Popeyes, you always have to go back in. Like you go in there to get your food, and even though you're like, they're like, you want ketchup, and you're like, yeah, definitely. And then they're like, okay, and then like you go out to your car, and there's no ketchup. So you got to like go back in. You always have to go back in. There's always something missing. Like you're like, oh, I want 2 fries. You know, like you need one for Lee, you need one for me. And then you go out to the car and there's only 1 fry. You're like, what the fuck? And then the receipt says 2 fries. You got to walk back in. It's like, shit. I already cleaned my hands with the alcohol.
First world problems right there. If that's not first world problems, I don't know what is.
All that shit's bad for me anyway, so.
I already released the parking brake and had 1 chicken wing hanging out my mouth, and I had opened the honey mustard. Then I realized there's no fries.
I already put my seatbelt on. Now I got to take it off.
Hey, Kevin, there you go. That's a way to kill space with a chicken wing, man.
With a chicken wing, man.
Did we already invite Lee onto Killustration?
Yeah, you're telling me about it one day.
You got to come on, bro. You got to come on.
I think you said you were off that week because it's like your birthday week.
First week of July.
Come on and do a Killustration where you kill each other through an illustration.
Yeah, kill them both.
Whoever you want to kill.
I want to be drawing stick figures.
So it works.
You can do whatever you want. It's not only about the art; it's about how clever the kill is. You know, it's like if you got a really clever kill, then you're gonna win. And like Mundo's gonna help judge that. Like anybody that's in the chat can judge, and Mundo is gonna be the final word on who won. That's why you can't draw Mundo because if you draw Mundo dead, like he didn't get the vote.
I'm still trying to find that show I was telling you guys about.
I was stalling for you, and you're making me stall for like 30 minutes.
I'm sorry, I'm having the hardest time. I was probably just going to call it a night and say, screw it. I'll just text you what it was later.
I'm excited to see.
What was the show about?
On Netflix.
Like, what was it about, though? Like, what was like the general idea of it?
I want to say it was kind of like a crime show. Like the main character was drawn as if it was, say, like Miami Vice type of style, but the art style was that of like a famous artist. And for the life of me, I can't think of the artist's name right now. Probably because it's like 10:30 at night. But I'm screwed. I'm checking Netflix real fast just to make sure it's
It's top of the morning for Mundo.
Nah, not past my bedtime yet.
Netflix searching is failing me right now.
Is it not by Todd McFarlane?
No, it was from a few years back. I'm really trying to remember it. If I don't think of it now, I'll just text you later about it.
Yeah, I know. I bet you Kevin knows it. I bet you Kevin saw it. He saw all these goofy Netflix shows. And a couple years ago, if it came out a couple years ago, he wasn't doing shit. A couple years ago, he was definitely watching.
wasn't doing shit a couple of years. This motherfucker wasn't busy.
Pretty sure it was on either Cartoon Network or Discovery, or Cartoon Network or Comedy Central. One of the two.
Yeah, it sounds like it was past the time when I canceled all my TV stuff, so I probably didn't have TV anymore. Otherwise, I would have seen it.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever. I'll find it like over the weekend. I'm like, oh shit, that's what it was.
You can wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and screaming the fucking title. What's gonna happen?
I'll shoot you a text.
Yeah, yeah, man, everything was looking good in my book, man. I'm happy with all that shit.
Good. I'm glad. That's what I aim to please. Yeah.
Happy with all that.
Hey, did Lee get to hear how we're gonna do the illustration intro?
How you gonna do it? Like Mundo buffer?
I guess I could do it. Welcome to Kill Illustration. Anthony LaCapa and Kevin K. Cosmic. I could do that.
Fuckhead to fuckhead. Head to head. Kevin doesn't like the dickhead to dickhead one.
No, hell no. Sounds terrible.
Yeah, whatever. All right. Anyway, screw it. I'll look for it later.
I gave up.
Oh yeah, if you remember, text me and we'll be live for a little while longer doing some drawing.
Yeah, if not, you have it for Monday.
Awesome.
The minute he gets off, he's gonna remember.
I'll probably lay in bed on my phone. Like, God damn it, what was it again?
That's what it is.
Going through every Netflix show from 2000.
It was so stupid. I go on there, I look up TV shows. I'm like, okay, I'll search by genre. Animation's not an option to search by. So I was like, what the fuck?
Also, don't they take stuff away after a while? So like they may have something for a while and then they take it away. So I don't know if it's like searchable after they remove stuff.
I have no idea. But it's just the fact of like
sometimes
animation's not a genre I can search. It's like, what the hell?
Unless it's like their show that they own.
Nah.
That's a possibility.
I'll look for it later. So, gentlemen, it was a pleasure.
Yeah, man. Lee, thanks again, man.
Well,
yeah, thanks for doing all that logo work. It looks great.
Yeah. I'll yeah, I got nothing. All right, I'll see you guys.
All right, bro.
Later on, cuz. All right, let's plug in my drawing screen and we can show you guys some illustration from Albatross Junction pages and covers. We are blitzing through some of these pages. I don't know about Kevin. Oh, look, Mundo's showing the field. The field and the farms.
The field.
It's wild. Yo, I got a pretty sick idea for this fucking this fight, man. You know how they got the orbs, right? So I think I want to draw a scene or a couple of panels where Dobbs is he's getting fucked up. So I want him to take one of the orbs and like put it on that gauntlet, and then that Lumi Forge blade just goes fucking Super Saiyan huge. Like it gets super big. Like now it's fucking humongous because it's like the power of the orb is in it. You know?
Oh, that's cool.
That'd be pretty sick.
It's like combined forces.
Like because I'm seeing like those orbs like in like controlled little miniature nukes or some shit. You know what I mean? Kind of wild. So it could be pretty nutty. Pretty nutty. Well, what you got going on? What are you working on?
I finished my Dobbs page, so I'm gonna have to
Let me check it out.
and I rearranged my setup, so you're gonna have to give me a little bit. I have to wheel my chair around the room to get to that point, so you have to give me a minute.
All right. Yeah, actually, I pasted a fucking the bottom half of the page over the last page I was working on that I was hating. I was fucking hating it, bro.
Oh, that's what you were telling me.
Yeah. So I ended up doing like one of these like famous standoff scenes and shit.
Oh, wait, let me get back to that. Good. There we go.
You know what I'm saying?
That looks good.
So I gotta draw the communicator here, like the top of the communicator, it's gonna be in between his legs by his foot. The word gonna be coming out from Donovan.
So it's like behind him or just really underneath him?
Yeah, it's gonna be like next to his foot or some shit. Now, how many pages? Problem was asking. How many pages
cool.
we got a couple of them. We're like what, 50 pages in or some shit?
Yeah, definitely dope, man.
I think it must be close to 50 because you started out, there was like, let's say 43, and then however many you've done. It could be close to 50, and there's 66, I think. I made a mistake when I wrote 64. I think there's actually 66 interior pages. So yeah, we're getting closer. I think pretty soon we'll be coloring, like just coloring. Yeah. And then once coloring is done, we'll be like just lettering. And we'll maybe like one of us will be like lettering hard and the other one will be like setting up the file for print or something.
I think we're gonna have to do everything. Like we're just gonna, I think once we're coloring, I think once like there's gonna come a point where you finish coloring the page, you just gotta letter that bitch.
All right, I've got to twist my computer around. Let's see if this works. Yeah, I may have limited controls on my drawing side this time. Next time you come over, Kev, you'll see how I rearranged my room. Because I wanted to get my space window back in view.
There you go.
So that's what happened. That's the cause for concern.
Got to get it. Got to get it. Well, yeah, I think it's at the bottom of the sixth, boys. The game's almost over.
Are they going to take it home?
No, not tonight. That's a tough little team they played.
Bringing home the goal. No dinner tonight from Mundo.
Yeah, no dinner for me, boys. I'd go to bed hungry.
Are you going to send your kids to bed hungry because they didn't pull through?
Oh, hell no. They ate before they came.
They tricked Mundo.
Yeah. The girls are kicking again, so I'm going to mic it.
I kind of like being cheered along.
It's all for you, bro. It's all for you. Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't try to use these brushes on Bristol, bro. Don't do it.
Which brushes?
Those Pentel brushes, those color brushes.
Why? I used them already. What happened?
The ink doesn't really settle in. The ink fucking.
No shit. It took me like 5 days under the heat lamp to make that shit dry.
Don't use that shit. Don't use that shit.
Oh, now you tell me.
You should have. Why you didn't fucking realize what was going on, motherfucker?
I realized I just kept going because I figured my boy Kev would not steer me wrong.
He just kept going. That shit was terrible.
Kev won't steer me wrong. Okay, I can't see my computer, guys, so I have to figure something out with like something where I could spin the computer 360 degrees around. Then that would work. I got my iPad, so if Primal says a comment or something, I'll read it.
I wonder what's up with TK, man. I hope he's good.
Yeah, for sure. Haven't seen him in a while.
It's been a minute. TK Boomer. TK Boomer. So you been watching Invincible?
Dude, I'm so in love with Invincible.
That shit is crazy.
We're also gonna have to talk about Justice League because I want to talk all about Justice League.
I'm trying to get Kelly so that I can get HBO Max so that I can watch it.
Oh, Mundo, you haven't seen it yet?
Nope.
I wonder if there's like a free trial or something. You should try like there's gotta be like a 7-day free trial. You gotta get it and watch this Justice League stuff.
I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do.
And then Kevin was talking about how there is a black and white version.
Oh wow. Crazy. I'm gonna mic y'all out for a minute, for a little bit.
All right. Pretty sick, man.
So Mundo, we're gonna talk a little bit about spoilers because I want to talk to Kevin about some of these scenes of the movie, but the
No
movie
worries, 'cause I
is
probably won't even pay attention.
yeah, like
I'll
the
be
movie's like
girls
4
like-
hours long as well, so there's so many parts, there's so many things that happen in the movie.
That was good, man. I mean, overall, I just liked how they let each character breathe. You know what I mean? The only thing that they kept, which I guess you can't really change at this point, was the fucking Flash's weird running, man. Why they got him running like an asshole? It's just I don't get it.
I actually like the running. I heard some podcasts about how they didn't like it. I thought it looked literal, like really like physically correct. How it was almost like leaping, because I think that's how it would be at that type of speed.
Wow, his hands just look fucking. Why is he running like this? The fuck is this? What is this? Explain this to me. This isn't slicing through fucking like the wind. Like, why would he just be compact? Like, I'd rather him just do this.
Okay, well, I didn't notice that. I was looking at the feet. Like I thought people were upset about the like the way his feet were moving or something, but I thought that was fine. I didn't notice anything wrong.
I definitely like the way they treated the character. Like he isn't just some little dumbass kid anymore. You know what I mean? I like that a lot. I was happy as hell. I think they cut the fucking Pet Cemetery comment out, right? Like he didn't say Pet Cemetery. Like wasn't always trying to be funny anymore. Like they like Snyder cut all those little fucking jokey jokes out that didn't hold any weight.
Well, I thought they like I don't think they were the same jokes, but the Flash like made all the jokes that there was basically in this movie,
he made
right?
a couple of jokes, and I like how he made well, first of all, I really liked all the intros, like when they were like they you know when they pretty much always showed what each character brought to the table, and it was a big deal. Like it was always a big deal. You know what I mean? Remember in the first edit, like they just came in, killed everybody, and like it was nothing. It was like, oh yeah, Superman's here. You know how like the rev up to Superman was like a
yes,
rev up to fucking Superman. It was like, oh yeah, you gotta like it reminded you like, yo, he's fucking Superman, bro. Like he's not just a regular dude. Like what the fuck? But then the first one was like, oh yeah, wake him up. He woke up. Oh, he's a little off right now. Just show him his girlfriend, and he was good again. It's like nah, man, that's fucking weak. I don't like that at all.
Everything had a really deep setup in this, didn't it? So like if they mentioned the Flash, it was like an hour of talking about the Flash here and there, and then introducing the video of the Flash, and then the Flash himself. And then when they started talking about Superman, they dropped a couple hints about Superman. They talked about Superman, but they didn't even start that stuff until it was close to seeing Superman. Then they got deeper and deeper, and then we saw Superman. But it was like 3 hours in before you saw Superman, you know.
And they cut the whole "Do you bleed" thing too, right? Like he didn't pick up Batman and said, "Do you bleed?" Like it wasn't like he didn't.
The whole tone was different in that Joss Whedon version. That was like, in my opinion, after seeing this, like that was trash.
Yeah, it was really trash.
Like this was so thought out. I did not expect this, Kev. Like I expected like a 4-hour like romp with superheroes. It was going to be like 300 slow motion, and we did get all that. But it had story. I was like, what the fuck? There's a story to this too. I was like, and the way it was unfolding was like, it seemed like it was a proper way to do a story, especially a long story. Like it was like step by step by step by step by step. It didn't try to jump steps. Like the other movie seemed like it must have been jumping because it was harder to understand and stuff.
Hell yeah, jump. I'm telling you, like I just said, I liked how Aquaman wasn't like a surfer dude. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't. He wasn't a bro. He was fucking Aquaman.
I was also happy I didn't watch like that the last one and then this one like close because I was given enough time to forget that last one. So like a lot of the trashy bits I don't even recall. Because I saw it in the theater and then I think I bought the disc and never watched it type of thing. With this, now you're telling me there's like longevity in it because not only did I just see it in color, but you're saying you get something from the black and white too. Maybe you get more of the story aspect to it.
Yeah, so I liked how the black and white kind of dulled out. I mean, it literally dulls out the smoke and mirrors. You know what I mean? So like you don't get distracted by all the special effects too much. So it just kind of strips it to bare bones, and you see the characters for who they are clearer, in my opinion.
So what is that? A selection when you click on the movie? Now you select color, black and white. Okay, I didn't know that.
It says Justice League, and it says is gray or some shit like that. You'll find it quick.
Oh, that is incredible. Now I thought like I want to get into our favorite and scariest parts because I have both. Like my scariest part that I was scared because by this point in the movie when Superman came back to life. First, let me just say that the whole handling of the Superman's dead body was done with a lot better taste in this movie. Like I didn't like to see anybody handling a body in a movie, but that Joss Whedon one, I remember being very awkward and it was like too long and it was like they were fondling the body and touching the body. I don't know what they were doing. In this one, it was faster and like it was like they didn't linger with the dead body like I felt like they did in the other one. But when Superman finally did come back and he didn't really represent the same type of person he was when he died, like he was, I don't know, angrier or whatever, confused or something, and the Flash got kind of caught in the way. And Superman was able to spot the Flash, even though he was moving at like an incredible speed. And he began to attack Flash. This is the part that I thought was the scariest part of the movie, because I felt like with one punch from Superman and he was coming very close, he could have fucking killed Flash.
Yeah, he could have murdered.
What did you think was like a scary part?
His fucking suit black. I was like, oh, this is the
yeah.
best. The suit black was the best.
Well, wasn't it also? See, this is another story element that I felt was completely properly done. Where in the first movie you see a black suit. I don't remember if they did the lead up to it, but this movie had the lead up, which he's on the Superman ship, or somebody is, or I think they're actually bringing the body back to the Superman ship. So the ship recognizes the Superman body is back on the ship, and it starts opening up its closet doors. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So it's displaying the outfits that Superman owns. And you're just kind of peeking, like hoping you're going to see the black one because it's still in the middle of the movie. But you do see these versions of the Superman costume.
That was cool.
Hey, did Jason Momoa play Aquaman on there?
Yeah, it was great. He did a great job.
He reprised this role? That's good.
But I think it took place before the Aquaman movie because there was certain things in it. Like, I don't think he was at his full power. Kev, what do you think about that? I think it took place before.
I think he was definitely at his full power.
Well, no, because they said that his brother was still in charge and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. He wasn't. Yeah.
So I don't think until he fights his brother, he's not really like the ultimate.
He still had it. Like he was still Aquaman, like Aquaman.
Right.
Yeah, it was dope.
Oh, so this was before he really got his power. So this movie that's now is before he got his real power.
No.
He
I
had
mean,
tried
no.
it. He had his power.
Tried it.
Like he had, yeah. Like he
Didn't have the throne yet.
Right.
Gotcha.
Before the season started, we won one.
Good. You know what was good to me, man? Like when Steppenwolf was fighting all the Amazons and shit.
Mhm.
I remember when he was like leaping like past the horses, and he just jumped and picked up a whole horse and tossed that shit.
Oh my god.
Yo, I was like, yo, this dude ain't playing. I was like, this fucking guy ain't playing.
Steppenwolf was like trampling all over the Wonder Woman Amazonians.
Yeah, he
Oh
fucked
my
them up.
lord, he was killing them.
Bro, he was throwing them. He was throwing their horses, bro. That shit was.
That was the scene that was like the most similar to the original movie, because I guess it was all done already. It was all kind of filmed already. Every aspect of it was pretty much the same, except for the CGI on Steppenwolf, which was all done up better.
His shield and shit. That was dope. That was cool as shit. That was real cool, man. I liked it a lot, man. I liked it a lot. What else happened? What else was a major plot twist or? Oh, you know who I think did a great job and was kind of really understated though was Cyborg, man. That dude who played Cyborg.
That was a lot better developed part of the movie.
He fucking killed it, man.
That like they showed the integral part that he had to play.
Yeah.
In the first one, they didn't do that.
Oh, fucking Primal's in the middle of gaming and shit. They said Justice League was good as fuck, and it was long. It was long. Definitely, it was on. Like when I watched it, I was watching it little by little, like all week long. It was just on. You know what I mean?
See, Kev, well, you did it the way I normally watch movies, like 10 minutes at a time, 15 minutes at a time, a half hour at a time. Whereas this one, I normally take a 2-hour movie and split it up into 5 parts. This one I watched the whole way through, except for like a small break I took to like go to the bathroom or something or get some food. But like it really had you with the progression of the story. You were really waiting for what was going to happen. And then there was like this huge epilogue too, which like I guess try to tease like future stuff like related to this storyline.
Yeah.
And they really went into it for like 30 minutes. It was like a Lord of the Rings style epilogue.
She was nuts.
What did you think was like did any part like kind of scare you a little bit, like those demons or anything like that? Like
no, the only thing that freaked me out that felt like a horror movie was Cyborg. Remember when he was like in the internet or whatever the fuck he plugs into, and then, like his family turned into like those ghosts or some shit, like the demons that were trying to like grab him. I didn't understand that whole scene. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what it was representing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, was it representing like the mother box, like power or something?
I don't know. It kind of threw me off. But that's like my own fault for not like sitting down and taking in the whole movie the way I'm supposed to.
That's what I usually do. I'm up headed home already, guys.
You out of here? You out of there?
Yeah, I'm out of here. I'll be heading home already.
Nice.
I'll put the light on right there.
Steppenwolf as a character though I liked him now. I didn't like the original. I was like, fuck this guy. This guy is corny. But like this version of him was cool as fuck.
What'd you think of Darkseid, even though it was a limited kind of view of him?
So I remember I was telling you this before, where when they first showed him on how he was fighting everybody and shit, I was like, yo, this dude fucking like, it was kind of corny because he got his ass beat. Like he came to Earth with all his fucking people. He fucking cracks a whole hole in the fucking Earth itself and some stupid shit like that. His whole like his logo, whatever the fuck came up, and then he got his ass beat. But then when I sat and thought about it, like he fought everybody. Like he was fighting the gods, bro. Like he was fighting Zeus and Ares and fucking everybody. He was fighting everyone. He fought everyone, and they still couldn't kill him. So it was like that shit fucked me up when I sat down and thought about it. It was wild.
Yeah, because it's almost like they come to these planets like not really wanting like a huge challenge. They just want to conquer. And then I guess if it becomes a real problem, they're like, oh, well, I guess we're out of here. This is like too hard.
But I mean, he had Zeus, bro. Zeus himself was hitting him with fucking thunderbolts and shit. And Ares was hitting him with his fucking arrows and all. It was a lot. It was a lot.
Plus, they had every other like mildly superpowered person, like those Amazonians and those Atlanteans.
He fought everyone. He fought everyone. My man came to Earth and fought everyone, bro. That shit was crazy, and they couldn't kill him. They didn't kill him.
But didn't you watch some of the animated movies too? That especially what was it? Where Darkseid came and they had all of them fighting him.
No, I didn't.
I think I did, Mundo. I saw
I think
like
it's-
one where like Supergirl and Superman was fighting them.
No, it was Doomsday or some shit like that. I forgot which one
Oh,
it
maybe
was.
it was Doomsday.
The Doomsday, or it was Dark something.
Darkseid.
I'll have to look at it again because I think I
You
have.
talking about
the
like
movie.
Constantine, isn't it?
No, Constantine was not in it. It was. It actually showed how Cyborg became Cyborg, and that he's actually became like the one to open the portal to take Darkseid down. At the
Speaking
at
of
the end
opening
of
the
show.
portal, I really liked in this movie how they didn't show that Flash like talking to Batman through the portal, Kev, like through the time portal. They just had Batman say it. That was great, I
That was
thought.
good. That was good. That was good. I like how Flash was fucked up. He kind of had to push through something. You know what I'm saying?
Who played the
mean?
Flash in that one? Was it that
Same
Ezra
kid.
dude?
The same kid, yeah.
Yeah. I was hoping they would get what's his name from the other show.
Grant Gustin.
Yeah, Grant Gustin.
Who's that from the TV show?
Yeah, that would have
Yeah,
been
from
great.
the TV show.
I think that would have been terrible.
What?
I think it would have been horrible with this fucking that movie.
No,
I guess it would
don't
have
think
brought
so.
the
like
movie down a
he's
little
like
bit to
Disney
CW.
character. He's like a Disney actor. These guys are like, these guys are like cinema fucking actors, man. They're fucking.
No, dude, man, he killed.
I don't think he can hang with them, man. Honestly,
You don't think so?
I don't think he could.
I don't know, cause I mean, he kills it in the.
Yo, this is a fucking dramatic ass song right here, bro. I feel
I
like
feel
we're
like
about
it's
to
like
tell
the
each other
Superman's Dead song.
secrets. We gotta fucking tell each other some secrets or some shit.
I thought the best moment in the movie was, and Superman actually has like a funny line too when it happens. The best
The
moment in the movie is that when the axe falls on Superman, but it doesn't even it doesn't even hurt him.
Steppenwolf was about to destroy fucking Cyborg, and he was like, "I'm not impressed." Yo, in that whole scene, fucking Superman looked like a straight bully, bro. Like he looked like a bully. He was fucking this dude up.
Oh, and my favorite
what I
thing
heard-
about that part, Kev, was that he kicked Steppenwolf, which I thought was like a pretty good, but like it looked like a very easy for him karate kick, right? It was like he just
fucked him
kicked
up.
very nonchalantly, and Steppenwolf went flying. I thought that was very powerful.
He stood over him, and he was just fucking he was just fucking him up. Banga, banga, bang. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
He even lasered through his shoulder and horn.
It was crazy. Like he wasn't fucking
He was kind of
around.
like Homelander right there. He's like, "I'll laser you."
Yeah. He wasn't fucking around. He wasn't playing games. He wasn't playing games. He beat his ass. He gave him a schoolyard beating. He did, man.
Yeah, that was pretty raw when like they got Superman back on their side, and then he was against Steppenwolf, I guess, kind of alone, and it was like, because the whole time they're talking about that they were avoiding Earth because there was a Kryptonian here,
Yeah.
and then so you're like, really, they're that scared of a Kryptonian, and then they show you what the fuck that was about at the end, and not only just a Kryptonian, but when you go back and think about who Superman is, he's like the ultimate Kryptonian.
Yeah.
So
man. Got
we're
everybody.
talking about like he was wiping the floor with these motherfuckers, and it's like it was not even fair. Whereas,
that's what I was saying. He was a fucking bully.
yeah, whereas like, but the whole time it's like we were seeing those bad guys act that way toward our heroes, like Wonder Woman and different Aquaman and stuff like that. Like they were wiping the floor with our heroes, and so you couldn't feel bad for them, but it was like, holy shit, like when when you realize that they couldn't even cut through the fabric of Superman's suit, it's like, holy shit, this motherfucker, like, is literally, this is why they stayed away.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is
Like,
why
it's
they
the first
stayed away
time, like,
all those years.
they reminded you that this fucking guy is Superman. You know what I'm saying?
Where did all
That's
those
what it's all
like
about.
people go that were the like? I know the Atlanteans went under the water. The Amazonians are in Themyscira. The where are the Ares and all those people then?
Well, I guess they go back to fucking wherever Athens or the fuck Athena or where the fuck they're from.
But are they like? Is it like the type of thing they're trying to say? It's like Tinkerbell.
Olympia.
It's like if you don't believe in it, they die or something. Like where the fuck are they? Because like all Batman has is those three losers. He's got like Flash, underwater guy, and like awesome Wonder Woman. But like that's it. Like literally that's it.
That was it.
Whereas in the flashback, they had like 600,000 fucking heroes. Like where are they?
It's like they came from all over the world. You know what I'm saying?
But that's funny though, because Batman doesn't have any powers, but he knows how to use his brain.
Well, that was great
And
because
his
in the
cat-
movie he says like they're like,
and
"What
his-
is your power?" And he says, "I'm rich."
I love that.
That was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, you got to say that while you're playing Beethoven, definitely.
And he's driving Mundo. He's got like the sweetest Mercedes. It probably never even came out. They just made it like as a concept for the movie. But it's like sweet, almost like Batman-ish looking Mercedes, but it's all silver. It is just fucking sweet. And they're like, he's riding in that, I think. It's crazy.
Dude, you know what I would have loved to see is eventually, and I don't know if they ever will, but it would be badass for him to pull out a Rolls, right? Pull out a Rolls and turns into a bat vehicle.
Well, Mundo, they did Batman pretty right in this, bro. Like they had this contraption which Batman was building for like a fucking year, and at the end of the movie, Alfred like unleashes it for them, and it's just like kind of like a tank that can kind of climb around with like little arms.
It was in the original. That shit was in the original.
But
The
they
Nightcrawler?
utilized it. I don't know if they utilized it as good in the original. They utilized it so well in this movie to be like an extension of Batman, to be like who Batman really is. He's this guy who develops gadgets. And like they brought this gadget in. And then I don't know if they did this in the first movie, but Cyborg comes in and uses his computer manipulation to kind of restart it or like kickstart it, jumpstart it. It was integral to the story. It was just a prop that made sense. Like a lot of the shit in the movie kind of made sense, even though it was a goofy, like, superhero movie. Like a lot of it, like kind of like it was way more thought about than the other version.
See, and that's what I like about movies that are well thought of, because when you have a well thought out movie, it really does show on screen. And, it's funny because you can learn exactly when people are really thinking about what they're doing while they're writing, and those that just like, I don't give a shit, I'll put this, I'll put that together, and they'll never know.
Right, because like a lot of the stuff today doesn't hold up under the scrutiny. I feel like this, you could go back and watch it. Now I didn't only watched it once. I want to go back and watch the black and white one that Kevin said, but I really think it will hold up to the scrutiny of watching again and maybe again. Like without you seeing like all these stupid errors like you would in a lot of this new stuff. Like a lot of the new stuff you can't really, like if you rewatch or you start thinking about it, you realize that they didn't think about it this much. You know what I mean? You're like, what the fuck? You're getting stupider, by thinking about it. But with this, it seemed like everything was chronological. It had a reason. So I think you could go back.
I liked how it was pretty much split up into chapters too, like part 1, part 2, part 3. So you can just watch like part 1 and just kind of just ease up for a little bit, or just watch the part 2 and ease up a little bit. It was cool. It was really good. Really good.
That was cool because with Game of Thrones gone, it really maybe could have been a series, like a mini series. They could have done like a Justice League mini series for like 6 episodes or like 5 episodes.
Be careful what you ask for. You may get it.
Fuck. Oh shit. Primal didn't like Flash's armor, Flash's suit. It was kind of weird. Like whatever,
was
like
weird.
The rope and shit. I didn't like. I mean, the suit was kind of weird, and the way he ran was trash, but you know.
Well, I guess I could defend the suit by saying Batman commented on the suit and he said, "Oh, I see you got like NASA like aircraft quality shit on it or something." So it's like, okay, like I guess they're explaining away that like it looks kind of like assembled like kind of haphazardly a little bit. But then there was some close-ups where they showed like the back of Flash's head. And there was some shit they were doing like on the back of his head that I thought was actually really good. Like they had this almost like venting thing, like almost like the back of an 80s sports car, how there was like that louvered thing. Like he has that on his fucking back of his head. So part of it is pretty cool. And then like that one scene, I heard some people online
about
like kind of
wheels on a car.
It was like the louvers on the back of like an 80s sports car window.
Yeah.
You know, like the back window. It was like on the back of his head. It was sweet.
Look at the louver, but it sounds like loser lovers.
A louver, Louver, is like a, you know, like one of those like Gran Torinos, or like Trans Ams or something. Like there was those slats that are over the backlight.
Oh, all right, I got you. Yep.
And I felt like he had them on the back of his head. The Flash did, but also the part where he didn't have his costume on at all. It was like they were just introducing him a little bit, and I'm assuming that was like Iris West in the car, but they never got into who that was in the car. But he's basically making eyes at some girl in the car, and she's about to crash, and he pivots in his sneakers, in his like Converses or whatever, and they break open, which I thought was fantastic. Now I saw some people saying like, oh, but wouldn't his skin like rip open too? But I don't think so, because I think part of his power is that his skin, or he's like regenerating or something. Like even in the movie, he kind of discovers this new power in the movie where he can he can heal himself, like just like he kind of does in the CW show. He discovers that in the movie about like, oh, I can like, he's got this gash in his side, but he's like concentrating on it. He's like, I gotta heal this fucking gash. And his Speed Force comes into play. Speaking of Speed Force, I love the way they did the Speed Force.
That was dope. Yeah, he said like, make your own future, make your own past. That was cool as shit.
I think I do like the CW father though better.
Like Dr. Manhattan?
I do like Dr. Manhattan, and I think he's a higher class actor. But I didn't like the way he did the father in this. I thought it was a little too crazed. I think the father's like more reserved. Like I think he was acting a little crazy.
How was he crazed?
He was like shouting, and even Barry was like, Dad, calm down, they're gonna tase you again. And I'm like, this isn't the father. Come on. Like the father's not getting tased by the prison guards. Like the father's not a lunatic. But this guy was like screaming. Like he was like acting like a little bit of a lunatic, I thought.
Who was he played by?
The guy who played Dr. Manhattan, I forget his name. You know that Dr. Manhattan dude, Mundo?
The one in the other movie, The Watchers?
Yeah, The Watchman. He's kind of like just like a white guy with like a medium regular build, black hair.
Yeah. Kind of like, looks like you with blue skin. No, I'm kidding.
If I only had that big schlong that he's got.
Yeah, they gave Dr. Manhattan a fucking schlong, but I forgot about that.
I would love to look like that, all veiny. Entire body all veiny, ripped. Able to fly to Mars on a whim.
But the guy that played Barry's father in that movie, was he the same one that plays his father in the show on CW?
No, in the show, it's the dude who was the Flash in the 1990s show.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
So that's who I like. I just prefer that dude.
Yeah, he's really good. Yeah, I got a picture of him when I went to Comic-Con in was it 1920 Comic-Con? I have to remember. I've got a picture of him anyway. I got a
1920 Comic-Con.
No.
Mundo, you a vampire?
Not 1920, 2018 Comic Con. Sorry. 2018 Comic Con.
You know, like when I was growing up and I was working at these like jobs like at the pizza place and stuff like that. Like I was a young kid, so all these like dirty old guys from the track and stuff, because it was like right next to the track. Like they would, like the horse racing track, like they would come in and they'd always be like say stuff like oh, you want a tip? Like I'll give you a tip, but it wasn't like money. It was like they want to tip me off to some fucking horse or give me some kind of advice. It's like
Hate that shit.
yeah, but it's like I forgot my point. I was going somewhere with that. I forgot my next point. Something about it'll come back to me. I was bringing it back to Justice League now.
Bring it back to Justice League. Okay.
I was bringing it back. I forget how.
Well, I was going to say the original of the 1980s Flash. Did you like that series?
I mean, at the time,
you talking about the one that was like in the 1990s that cost like a lot of money?
90s. Yeah.
I love that one. That was my shit.
I thought it was pretty well done.
Kev, did you say you liked it too?
Yeah, hell yeah. I love that shit. I gotta draw some. You might want to bring your fucking shit up. I'm drawing thumbnails.
Let me see if I could do a reach around on my computer here.
Reach around. Jesus Christ.
I think this. Tell me if that worked. That flipped it, right?
I am home.
Yeah, I did it.
Primal says Superman is the definition of plot armor. Yeah, right. Nothing can happen to Superman. So, but that's why they took 3 hours to get to him, because I guess like once he comes back to life, there's only so much drama they could do. Like they
kick ass.
Yeah, well, the cool thing that they did first was have him kick their ass. So that was like another bit of drama that we get to. It's like, oh, you know, he's fighting the heroes now, so we get 10 minutes of action there, and then when they turn him against the bad guy, you get more action.
He just warmed up with his friends. That was all.
Yeah.
Gosh. Oh, Lord. Beautiful chair.
It was definitely a Tom and Jerry song. I probably said that last time it was on.
That might have been how I got introduced to Tchaikovsky or something. Those cartoons.
Yeah, but ain't nothing beat Tom and Jerry.
Nothing did. That's probably part of the reason why I wanted to stay home sick half the time. I wanted to stay home. Cartoons. Plus, I had so many comic books that I just didn't read them all because I would just look. Whatever was out, like a Genesis. No big deal.
Let there be light. Oh shit! What the hell is she doing?
But I remembered what I was going to say before about those like old men at the pizzeria and stuff like that, and they would come in and like say stupid jokes like if you told them like, oh, you know, like your total's like you know 1942. He's like, oh, the year I was born, you know, and stuff like that. So I kind of use those old man like jokes now when I go like out to the post office, but like I use them in the worst way because like. You can't understand how I even use them. Like the other day, the girl's like, "Okay, that'll be 1880," and I was like, "Oh, the year I was born." And she just like looks. She just looks.
Like what?
So like in my head, I'm pretending like I'm a vampire, and she could giggle because I'm a vampire, like born in 1880. But in her head, she has no fucking idea what I'm joking
Like,
about.
what the fuck is this guy talking about?
It's only a joke for me.
That's funny as hell.
But those are the best jokes sometimes. You stump people like that.
No, but I do it to them all the time. So then, like, I'll go in there another time, but I use the same exact joke. So I think they're starting to see like either this guy has autism, or he's trying to be funny. It's like they'll be like, they're like, your total's 1971. I'm like, oh, the year I was born. But I just say it for every fucking thing they say. But I only do that because that's what those like old dudes used to say to me, like stupid things like that. They're like, "You want a tip?" You know? I'm like, "Oh my god, I didn't ask for a tip. Like, don't call me out. I'm just the busboy. I don't get tips. I'm like, I'm just getting $5 an hour."
Shit. That page is getting better and better. Kev, you going in beast mode now?
Oh, I'm thumbnailing because I gotta fucking get the next page out.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your process when you thumbnail? You go look at the script and then.
Yeah, I got the script up now. And I just fucking just go. I just fucking go.
Go.
Just for anybody listening, like wondering, like how detailed is the script? Does it allow you to? How much of it do you get to imagine?
Sometimes it'll say, it'll say like, this thing is here. The background is full of bushes and twigs and blah blah blah. Or sometimes it'll just give the action sequence, like, oh, Dybbuk jumps down, scares Donovan, kicks him in the chest, bites ship. Next page. So I was like, okay, now I gotta fucking like show that any way I want. You know what I mean?
And when you said Donovan, you meant Dobbs, right?
I meant Dobbs. Yeah, I meant Dobbs.
See, when I thumbnail, a lot of times I will do it like off air. I will have like music. Well, kind of like this actually. So I have like music, but what I consider like cooler music, I'll have like a soundtrack for like a movie, and I'm like unearthing the scene from the music type of thing. Or
you're drawing with like full intention and shit.
So are you drawing like with the music, or like you hear something first and then you go at it?
I think it's like a time warp sometimes too, where maybe that's like in the zone a little bit. So sometimes like the music allows you to forget like time a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And a few songs will go by and you're just going.
Yeah, because you're so focused on what you're doing that everything else just disappears.
Yeah, and like when the music can help, because it's like from those things I really like if it's a Star Wars or something, I could usually take that music. It doesn't mean Star Wars to me if I'm listening to it like drawing. It just means cool. It means like sci-fi, or it means cool. It means like action. So I could listen to like Superman. It doesn't mean Superman to me. Like those John Williams songs are just good to me. Like they just like kind of represent action, or like some kind of discovery, or some kind of like newness, or whatever. Or maybe it's the bad guy's theme, so you're maybe drawing a monster or something. So usually a movie soundtrack will work for me, but like if it's something I want to like sing along to, that's not going to work for me for drawing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if it's,
you're too busy singing instead of drawing.
Yeah, like I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking about some like other crap. But if it's like some instrumental, I could usually get more into drawing.
Yeah. See, like for me, like when I'm working on the garage and stuff, I'll listen to I've got to listen to not non-depressive stuff, like nothing like slow or too slow actually. and because I gotta have that upbeat tempo, unless it's kind of like mellow, but it's like got a little bit of energy to it.
Are you talking
Because-
about like to do your organizing and cleaning, or for any kind of work?
Yeah, well, any kind of work, but like for right now, because of the garage and stuff, like I've got a fourth of my garage already finished up because of the way I listen to music and get my things done. You know.
But then also, can't you get into a little trouble sometimes when you're doing that? And it's great because a lot of stuff is happening, but then you look at the clock and it's like, oh, I didn't know it was so late or something, right?
Oh yeah, because like to me, when like on a weekend, like last weekend, man, 5 hours went by before I even stepped out of the garage. Didn't even realize that I was working 5 hours straight. You know.
Sometimes you don't realize until you get this like little twinge of hunger. You're like, wait, why? I'm hungry, and then like you look at the time, you're like, it's 3 p.m. Holy shit! Like I didn't eat anything in 5 hours.
Yeah, because I mean, I started at 11 o'clock, and when I came out of the garage, it was almost 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Kelly, she was hitting the garage door. The wife thinks she can scare me. I'm the master at scaring them all.
Oh, really?
Well, they get pissed because I scare them constantly. They do, because I'll come in. See, there she is. She can never scare me because
You're loud. I can hear you out there. That's why I banged on it.
yeah, I'm that loud, really.
Yes, I can hear you. When I went to go put this stuff in the recycle bin.
Oh, good. Then you can enjoy the show.
No, I've got crafting to do.
I see that.
How'd you beat me?
You had to go drop somebody off, remember?
Oh, that's right. Woo!
Hey.
Did they hear the noise?
You say hi?
Hi.
Good evening.
Hello. How you doing?
That's.
They said, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Oh, she's checking out the drawing, guys.
Oh, thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, she says it's cool.
Thank you.
Let me go craft.
Okay, babe.
Bye.
Bye.
Love ya.
Love you too.
See y'all later.
See ya.
Later on.
They said later on.
They didn't hear the noise, did they?
Yeah, they did.
I'm the one that got scared by it.
Oh,
I thought
space
something fell on Mundo.
I tried.
Mundo's my meal ticket.
Yep. Speaking of meal ticket, I'm gonna find out where that Whataburger is in Florida for you. So that way, next time you go to your parents, you can stop by Whataburger. Get you
Definitely.
some.
I sample everything.
Get you some.
I sample every kind of burger. Today I had Impossible Burger that I made from Impossible meat that I bought at Walmart.
Oh, how was that though?
It was, dude, it was so good. And I was getting a little, because I've had it for like a week in the fridge. I started to think like, why the fuck did I buy this? Like, because like my mom sent me some article and in it was like how red meat is actually really good for you, and like chicken and pork and stuff are trash, and like every kind of every kind of like fake meat, like Impossible Burger, is trash. This is what the article said. So I'm like, fuck.
It's all chemicals. That's what that's.
Yeah, it said it was all chemicals and stuff. But then, so I looked up something online, like on YouTube, how to like cook this or whatever. And so they said it was like, it's all like vegetable and you just like cook it like a burger. So I do that and it came out really good and it smelled good and it tasted good. And, you know, I put like all the burger toppings on it and I made fries to go along with it and stuff. So I was pretty happy, but leading up to it, I was afraid that it was going to be shit. I was like, this is going to be trash. I don't know why I just didn't cook a regular burger, because I have regular like burgers at the house, but I just decided, I don't know why, like it came over me in the store to just buy this Impossible meat. But it was actually good and it had a flavor to it. It was like it sizzled up nice. It didn't end up just like a gray lump like you might think. It was like cooked up like meat. So I was like, okay, this works.
Well, then there's something to it, man, because Yeah, if something was driving you to get it, there is meant for you to eat it.
Well, I've had that Impossible Burger, but made by a restaurant. You know, like at a restaurant before. So I was thinking, like, let me just try to do that at home. But then I had some buyer's remorse after I bought it. I was like, I should have just bought the ground meat. What was I thinking? But it turned out okay.
So-
It's fine.
Well, so if you had a choice between the Impossible Burger and the regular burger, hands down, if you had to choose one, what would it come down to?
I think it would be the regular burger, but at the time, now that I'm thinking about a week or two ago, what the deal was then was I was just coming off like a burger binge of like 12 burgers that were in my freezer that I ate like all within like a week. So I was like burgered out, and that's why I didn't like pick up the meat. I was like, let me just try this this other. Like I love eating burgers, but like I just been killing it with the burgers. I was like, I can't buy more burgers right now. That would like land me in the hospital. So
and you don't eat
like
no
2 burgers a day for like a week.
No barbecue.
What do you mean, barbecue sauce or on the barbecue?
Just barbecue in general. You don't eat no barbecue.
I have a barbecue. Are you talking about like barbecue food or barbecue I make?
Yeah, do you make it like yourself or do you go buy it?
Like I would go buy barbecue, but the barbecue I buy is trash. Because like because we're in Jersey, there's only one place. It's called Local Smoke, and it's like okay because it's all we have. But if you ate it, Mundo, you would fucking throw up.
I probably would.
You gotta come to Big Harley's, man.
It's called Big Harley's.
Yeah, out here, people come to get this fucking barbecue.
Oh, I'll try that. Yeah, I love barbecue, but I feel like we're in Jersey, so.
Nah, this dude's a real deal.
Man, I may have
Kev,
to
you know what I'm talking about with that Local Smoke. It's really not that great. You know, it's kind of like everything's like all dark, like the meat is all the same color, and it's not like if you've had good barbecue, this really isn't like the best barbecue.
Yeah,
that's what they got here.
Man, I might have to make some and send it to you.
But I will make special trips. Like when we were going to Florida, I was driving there and I had this opportunity just to go a little bit out of the way to go through like what was it called? Tennessee.
Oh, like, yeah.
Fuck it, let's go. And then just like 15 minutes into Tennessee, found like a good barbecue place with like whatever, like 5 stars at some review. And,
well, actually, Kelly and I are gonna go to Tennessee pretty soon.
It was great. I'll tell you, that night I had that barbecue from Tennessee. I think I even called Kevin. Kev, wasn't I like gloating? I was like, oh, I want to make you jealous. I'll be eating barbecue. I forget.
I remember that one.
Maybe I was like on video with you guys trying to make you jealous. I forget. But I think I was telling you guys like I had Tennessee barbecue. And it was good. It was like
good. They got some good places over there.
And I still haven't made my way to Texas.
Oh, but you will. You will. Now I tell you, I'm okay. I'm decent, man. But there's a lot better people than me. But you know,
nobody's better than you.
Oh yes, more people are better than me, dude. My barbecue and all that, man. It's great. Don't get me wrong, it's good, but I'm not no show type barbecue by no means. I got a buddy of mine that just took first in ribs and fajitas and everything.
Holy shit.
Yeah. He went to a cooking contest and got first place in 3 categories, man. So it's like badass. He's good, man.
I think I could take him.
Think you could take him? Go for it.
Bro, I could take him.
Kev, how's your barbecue game?
Shit's decent, man. Decent. I mean, everybody I make steak for always fucking hits me up in the summer like, yo, you making steak? So that's a fucking good sign.
I think one day you came over and made a steak for me at my own house.
That was like a quick. That was just a quick.
It was a lesson on how to live.
Yeah, you just hated fucking cooking. I was like, bro, it's not that hard. Just do this and this. And he was like, yeah, really? Yeah, that's it, bro. That was nothing. You made it in the
Space. I don't see that. This is where I'm confused. Space is like you can work your ass off on making lightsabers. You can work your ass off on drawing, but you can't cook.
Well, I would have to put all that effort into that, and then none of that other shit would happen. You know, like there was this one time where I wanted to make something that my grandma made, and she was still alive at this point. I said, Grandma, you know, how do I make this? She goes, listen, it'll take you 45 minutes. This is what you do. Write this down. So I wrote it down. I go home. It's fucking 3.5 hours later. I was only half done. I called my grandma. I was like, you told me this shit was take 45 minutes. I'm in 3.5 hours in. I'm fucking starving, and I'm no closer to this sausage and peppers.
See, Kelly gets mad at me because I take about 2 hours to cook, right? Sometimes just depends on the dish that I make, but that shit will be done in 30 minutes or less. Though everybody gets seconds and thirds, and I'm all like, well, really?
You know, like before I moved into this house, I started living here alone, but I lived in another house where I had like roommates. This is like 10, 15 years ago, and my roommates were good cooks, dude. Like you know what I thought was good about them? They got this shit to come out at the same time. So like, let's say they made a vegetables and they made chicken and they made whatever potato. The shit came out at the same fucking time. Whereas if I was cooking it, like I would like give you the chicken and I'd be like, Mundo, I'm sorry, but it's gonna be 45 more minutes before that potato. And like whatever, but they would know what to do first, second, third, that all that shit happened at the same time. I'm bad at that part. Yeah, that's why like the meal Kevin showed me. He's like, this is how you do everything in one pan. So he's like, you throw the meat in, you throw the spinach or whatever he had. Like I still make that dish to this day. It's like you throw the spinach in, you throw the meat in, whatever. You just cook it all together. It works. But like if you're trying to cook up these different sides in this main dish, I'm terrible at that. I'm better off like I can make you the cake for the ending. Like I can do like cookies or the cake that you can eat at the end.
If we were to Skype, would you actually go through a cooking dish with me or not?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would give you the list of ingredients. You go buy them. They're cheap. They're pretty cheap. And this dish you can be done in pretty much 20 minutes.
And what is it?
Mexican fideo.
Nice.
Yep. You like bell peppers?
Yeah.
Like onions?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Of course you like garlic, right? Do you like paprika?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Fire roasted tomatoes?
I don't like tomatoes, but I eat them all the time.
Because you're going to have to put some tomatoes in there, man.
This is the song I was birthed to. In 1870.
Jesus Christ. Nice callback. Nice callback.
Awkward.
I want to have you for dinner. I was a good little Dracula as a kid, like in Halloween, because like I had like the dark colored hair and a little skinny, like super pale kid.
Widow's Peak and shit.
Yeah, Widow's Peak, and like I just paint even like more of a Widow's Peak on. I was automatically like a little mini Dracula.
Did you ever watch that Hotel Transylvania with Adam Sandler and?
No, is that
whatever?
Something new?
No, it's just an old animated movie, man. But Adam Sandler is the voiceover for Dracula. And I mean, it's a cute little movie. You know, it's an animated movie, but it's funny. And I mean, it's just something that you watch with your kids and stuff. But it's a cute little movie, and Adam Sandler does a really awesome uh parenting in the movie because in the show, basically he had a human for a wife. She passed away, so he became a single parent. Dracula being a parent, right?
Is the child a Dracula or a human?
No, she's a vampire,
Yeah,
right? She's a vampire as well, but it's a
he's the best, man.
it's a cute little movie, like I said. But in part two, you have the Phantom of the Opera playing, right? He's playing, and you got two sides of the family because his daughter ends up
I know where you're going.
his daughter ends up getting married and all this stuff, right? And there's a family argument of some kind. And you got a Phantom of the Opera going awkward, and then in the background, you hear everybody going, "Shut up!"
No, that shit was funny. He hammed the voice actor hammed it the fuck up like awkward. That shit was funny as fuck, bro.
Yeah. Okay,
It's
so
funny.
you see
It's
the
funny.
clip.
Yeah. My kids love that movie, man.
Yeah, it's cute. I mean, my guy that I take care of at 4 o'clock, man, he loves that movie too. So
It is
I put it on
It's
for him.
pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
I like in the third movie too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
He got his zing on.
Fucking Adam Sandler's hilarious. All right. So that's fucking that page. What's the next page over here?
What page did you just do a thumbnail for?
So I want to make a quick change. I think it'll have I don't know if it'll have a bigger impact or what. So page 8 and 9, right? Donovan, this is after she fucking zaps him. His hand is bleeding. He drops the gun. He's on the floor now, kind of like he's bugging out. He's freaking out, like what the fuck just happened to me? And he kind of he's stumbling backwards. She leaps at him, kicks the gun across the floor, and then kicks him in like that like pit that she dug out.
Right.
And then the next page, he looks up at her while she's looking down, like like Frederica Bimmel and shit. And now she's on top of now she's just on top of the Dybbuk.
Oh,
I think you could alter that because that was your idea. I thought to do that.
Yeah. So what was my idea?
To have the Dybbuk there, I thought.
Yeah. I wanted the Dybbuk to be there, but not exactly right here. But I'll do something. I'll do something here. I think.
So,
I might,
what is the change you want?
I think I might, instead of her leaping forward to kick him, I might just have a pattern with her pointing and shit. And then I'll pan out in the next panel, and you'll see the Dybbuk's been behind it the whole time. Then he jumps out and fucking kicks him in the pit.
Oh, wow.
Okay, yeah, as long as he gets in the pit, right?
Yeah, as long as he's in the pit. And it kind of shows that she kind of has control over this thing too, like a fucking dog.
That's a good idea.
That was my whole idea. My whole idea was to have the Dybbuk going crazy, and then her call the Dybbuk and have the Dybbuk listen and just go behind her and just listen to her call. So that
kind of like a dog.
That'll just illustrate how if this fucking monster is fucking so bad, and this fucking little lady's fucking controlling it, she must be 10 times worse. Like, who the fuck is that?
You know who says the word dog the best I've ever heard? Maybe besides, the guy, the father from Friday.
Yo, dog.
Witherspoon?
He's like, you gotta grab a dog. You gotta take that dog. Like,
oh,
you
yeah.
The cage, that's my pleasure. Yeah. I remember that. That's what I do. That's my pleasure.
He only says the word dog a couple times, but it's so funny. It's like
What's his name? What's his last name? Witherspoon?
Grab a dog.
What's his name?
Something like that. But he did a great job in
He did great.
in Brooklyn too, man. As the
Oh
uncle.
yeah.
That dude was funny in everything he was in, man.
Yeah. Well, he played. Didn't he play the father in Kid and Play also?
Yeah,
The
but he
kid,
played the neighbor that called the cops.
the neighbor. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, you're playing that goddamn music all so loud, you public enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was funny as hell.
Oh shit. He's a pretty good actor, man. I mean, he plays this shit pretty good.
John, what the fuck is his name? I feel bad not fucking knowing his name out there. I want to say John Witherspoon. Yeah, John Witherspoon.
You're right.
All right.
You're right.
He's the best.
He's fucking dead.
He's
died.
dead?
Yeah, he died.
He died like what? Right after Friday, right?
Not that long ago. Not that long ago.
I didn't know that. I did not know it.
Did not know
Me?
that.
Me about what? 2 years?
Something like that. Like it was that.
Wow.
Wasn't that long ago.
But then you got the Tiny Lister Jr. too that passed away as well.
Yeah, he died too.
If he dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies.
I really like how y'all drew the motorcycle there.
That was all Ant Rock though. Rock though.
Well, I thought.
Fusion ground sickle. Some of these longer like classical songs, they go from like feeling one way, and then the song is so long that there's like different parts to it. That's what I love about on some of those movie soundtracks. When you get to that last song, it's like the end credits song. So even like on like Rise of Skywalker or any of these Star Wars movies, you get to that end credit song. It's always like 12 or 16 or 17 minutes. And it's like all the rest of the songs from the movie combined. Right? But it kind of flows into the next bit. So it's like if we're talking about like The Force Awakens, like that last song, like the end credits is like, it's like Rey's theme. And then it goes into like Princess Leia's theme. And then it goes into Kylo Ren theme, you know, and it goes into like First Order theme and then Rebellion theme or whatever. And then it just, it wraps up with like the Star Wars theme. So you kind of get every song all in there at once. Some of those classical songs are kind of like that. Some of those really long ones. You get like all their tunes in one.
This one's got some oomph to it right there.
Yeah, this one's good.
It's very dramatic.
So that was pretty cool to see Lee's Miami Crime Studio and super old logos.
Yeah, it looks great, man. It looks great.
That was dope.
Hey, he's your cousin.
Yeah, that's my cousin. I did not know that conversation was going to be kind of short. I think Lee probably prepared for it to be longer because normally he wants to go to sleep earlier, but he seemed like he had a lot of energy tonight. But we were like, you know, I just followed Kevin's lead. He's like, I don't have nothing. I was like, yeah, they look good to me.
Yeah, I liked them, man. They were good. They were good.
Like I would pick up the Miami Crime Studio, like just without even any art. I just think that looks attractive to me. The super old thing would look cool on top of a comic, you know?
Oh yeah, because it looks retro, man. It looks pretty retro.
It's fucking hilarious.
And it tells a little bit of that story. Like I think both of them tell a little bit of the story. So like obviously the Miami one, it says Miami. You could guess where it is. The super old one looks old. So
electric.
Yeah, Mundo, when you get a chance, you got to watch that Justice League, but see if you could get some people to watch it with you, like Kelly or your kids.
Oh no, they ain't gonna watch it with me. Shit, I'm gonna watch it myself, regardless of who watches it with me.
I think it's got something for everybody, you know. Like it's there's a lot of parts that it's like it's not all like I literally just thought it was gonna be action throwing cars and stuff, but it had some like tender parts, you know, like that they let last because they could, because they didn't have like this time limit of saying the movie's got to be 2 hours.
Yeah,
I think that really helped, and it's almost like you set off on this endeavor to like watch this 4-hour movie. You almost think like, okay, I would have to prepare for like watching half of it tomorrow or something. But I mean, at least in my case, it's like you just get, you know, you like go through it without realizing that it was such a long movie. It's like the same effect that those Lord of the Rings like extended ones have for me. I never realized that those are like extra long. I just think it's all story. Like it's all working to like make the story proceed. Like nothing's there as like fluff really.
yeah. Well, see, and that's you're on the right path to that, because when you have a good storyline along with the good actors and the plot is really well thought of, and then you also have all of those components together, you know, you really don't mind watching that long of a movie, because the intrigue that it puts you through to see what's coming up next. Oh, I need to know what happens next. I need to do this and to do that. When you got movies that get your attention like that, those movies that are worth watching over and over again, you can go through and time flies when you get to that movie. And those movies I appreciate, you know. Then as opposed to you got the crappy movies where the plot sucks, the actors suck, and you're like, really? Do I want to finish watching this at all?
That's the worst feeling in the world. You just know you just wasted your fucking time.
Yeah, you just know.
It's the worst.
You just know.
Ooh, that's a good shot like that. The explosion, I love all the lines like that. Oh wow. Shit. If you were to just leave that like that space with the way the explosion is and put in, if you go back to the first one, right? And you put in the middle the Miami crime scene in the middle of all that.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, dude. Oh, there's your wormhole right there, or even that one, man. You know.
I wonder what happens if you sail a ship through that part through that space that the sun was. Do you end up in like the Delta Quadrant?
No, I think you probably
you get radiated and shit.
You get disintegrated, man.
If Superman flew closer to the sun, is he getting stronger and stronger?
Yes. Yes, because he gets his power from the sun. So he gets stronger for each, I guess, minute or hour that he stays close to the sun.
So if he flew so close that he could like go into it, would he die or he would not die?
I don't think
like it wouldn't hurt him, make him stronger, or
die. I think it would make him stronger. Because if you remember in one of his movies when he was when he was turning back time in the earth and stuff, we went through the core. He went through the core of the earth and all that, you know, lava and shit didn't even hurt him.
That's true.
So I think, well, it could be maybe a double-edged sword for him. That it makes him stronger, but I think at the same time, maybe so much heat could also destroy him. It's possible. Who knows?
Destroyed.
I think it would have to be like a certain degree of the sun. I don't know. It's interesting. Ask the Human Torch. I wonder how he would fight against the Human Torch.
Well, I don't know if the Human Torch is like made of sun. He's made of heat.
Yeah, but he
based on sun. I don't think any like heat from the sun would hurt Superman.
I don't think so either. I think he could probably fly right through it and be all right, as long as he maintained a certain speed.
A certain speed.
But as far as just sitting in there or just flying in there, I don't know. You know, they've never done a story on that, actually.
I mean, I don't know. There's like 1,000 Superman issues. I wonder if he ever flew into the sun. TK.
Oh,
TK, what up, TK?
Yes.
What's up, man? We just spoke about your ass. How you holding up, brother, man? How you feeling?
T to the mother. Hey!
Ooh, baby, I like it, boy.
And we got Primals too, because we didn't play Primals before.
What is the word?
Kev, what do you got there? It looks like a castle.
What?
Over like it looks like Dracula's castle from where I don't know what I'm looking at on your thumbnail.
Yeah, Castlevania.
Oh, this?
It looks like
No,
like a
this...
cliffside castle.
No, so yeah, I can see that though. Now it's just that's like the Dybbuk peering over and Alba's on his back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So like this is his head right here.
But you're kind of ditching that page, right? You're gonna change it, you said?
No, I'm not gonna change it. I just added the panel with the Dybbuk running out from behind Alba after she just points like fucking just go get him. Like she sticks him, you know what I'm saying? And he falls down, and then they're peering down at him. But page 10, so I think we gotta drop this one part where there was a part that says Dobbs no, it's good. I have no question. It's good. I got it.
You want to read it to me, or should
No,
I
I got
go
it.
to
It's just DC fucking calling into Dobbs like, Dobbs, do you read? I found a Dybbuk. So I guess I'm gonna have an inset panel of DC fucking.
Oh, like he's telling
yeah, he's using his last breath. Like, yo, I found a Dybbuk.
Oh wow.
Wait, who's using their last breath?
Donovan. He's telling Dobbs. He's still like trying to get Dobbs on the comm while Dobbs is fucking fighting outside.
So are we saying because I forgot right now. I could I'm trying to find that part of the story, but are we saying that they're like out there? There's a Dybbuk fighting Dobbs, and there's a Dybbuk that she's on, or it's the same one at different times there?
No, it's a different one.
Ooh.
The one that she has is the first one we see where he tears up all the campers with the long hair. That's the one she fucking has kicked this dude into the pit.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. That's why I had to go redraw the Dybbuk, because I started drawing that Dybbuk you drew, and I was like, wait, this is a different. That's not the same one.
Okay. Gets confusing when you got a couple monsters running around.
Yeah, you got to make sure it's fucking legit.
Yep.
Gotta make sure it's legitimate.
Is she gonna control both the gimmicks, or is she just controlling that one?
She
think-
could
Yeah, I think
control
she got them
both.
both.
Ah, gotcha.
All right, I'm almost at page 10. Okay, I'm at page 10. Let me see. Oh, he sees a pool of blood at his feet. He has a broken knee. He shifts. He sees this woman. She's got this controller in her hand. She's adjusting something, fiddling with the dials, causing Donovan to be in pain. What is that? You made that? Points to the device. Okay, so that's basically it for. She tosses the device down to Donovan and it hits him in the chest, but he manages to catch it awkwardly. That's page 10 that you're looking at, right?
Yeah. I'm good with that.
Yeah, like this would be like I have an idea. Like if this was my page to pencil, I think I might do I don't know. Well, I'd have to read it again, but I almost see it on this skim over as like a full page of Donovan like in this pit. Oh, yeah, there might have to be some insects.
TK says, I can't keep count.
TK, good to see you, buddy.
Glad you're doing okay, man.
All right, I think we're going to end the show here, and we will be back. Let me think. We will be back on Monday night for Mundo Monday. What we're going to do is Tuesday is May 4th. So what we're going to do is like in honor of May the 4th for Star Wars, we are going to kick off May the 4th at midnight right here on Comic Book Creation Live with some Star Wars drawing for about a half an hour. Kevin and I will be drawing a Star Wars character. Maybe Mundo will pick. Maybe Kevin will pick what we're drawing, and we'll do that at the end of the show. So Mundo Monday will go as normal, starting at 10 o'clock, 10:15, something like that. And then at midnight, we'll do a quick little kickoff to Mundo, or to, not Mundo Monday, to May the 4th. So this idea was thought up by Primal last stream. So thank you, Primal. We will do that. We think that'll be a lot of fun.
Yes.
TK says, I'm going to beat this. I promise you. No, I promise you.
Sir.
Yes, sir. You.
That's the attitude right there.
Right. Prayers are going up, buddy. Prayers are going up for you.
Definitely.
You
so,
will.
Hey, man.
That's the plan for next week. Also, we'll be back for next Wednesday for New Comic Book Day, drawing Albatross Junction, a Mundo Monday, and a New Comic Book Day next week, and maybe some in between off camera because there's a lot to do before Albatross Junction releases in June. It's going to be the coldest June on record. You can check it out at Albatross or at Indiegogo. You could look at the description for the link. I put the link in the chat too a little while ago if you want to check out the comic. And even though it's fully funded, it is in demand right now. So anybody that missed out on getting an issue while we're doing the campaign can still get in on it.
Get in on it, people. Get in on it before it goes.
Get in. It's a cool sci-fi story. Kevin and I developed it over the past 10 or so years from an idea he had about 20 years ago. So it's got a long history and we're trying to make it a really, really rich story that's going to be an ongoing series. So it's not just a volume 1 and then a one and done. We're going to keep going with it and keep making Albatross issues and volumes. So there'll be a story for a long time to come. That was a lot of fun talking to my cousin Lee earlier. If you missed the beginning of the show, check out the recording. We talked about comic book logos for future Orange Book Studios productions, including Miami Crime Studio and also Super Old, both of which we're real excited to do after we put out Albatross Volume 1. Yeah, Kev, to me, it looks like you are drawing like, because of the camera view, it looks like you're drawing like a Turkish building.
I can see that.
On a cliff or something.
I can definitely see that.
See, Kevin's one of the only people I've seen that inks his thumbnails. It's pretty advanced.
No, I'm just drawing with pen.
Oh, he's drawing with pen. I get it.
Yeah, I'm not inking the thumbnail. Just drawing with the pen. It's so crude. It's so crude. It's not even funny, bro. Like, look how crude this is. Like, do you see the Dybbuk's face?
Oh yeah.
He's like looking down the pit. You know what I'm saying?
He looks happy.
And like look at this one.
He
Look
looks
how
happy.
simple this is. So fucking crude. I just do the layout and write the notes, and then I fucking draw it for real on a big.
Hey,
board.
it's got shading though. Look at that. He's got shading.
Yeah, man.
But he's a man with the plan right now. He's in
Man with
beast
the
mode.
plan, man with the plan.
You could probably expect even more detail than that in Killustration on July 2nd, where we're going to
That's
kill
right,
each other through illustration.
Illustration.
You want to be here for that one? We're going to make some kind of special intro for that. So there is like a Mundo buffer style intro. And Mundo will not only preside as the moderator, but be a judge as well. So anybody who wants to take part in Killustration, come in here and leave us a note. We will get you in. We'll get you in for Killustration #1 on July 2nd if you want to kill one of us through your illustration. You don't have to be a good
Maybe I should do it.
artist or anything. You could use stick figures. If your kill is clever, Mundo might pick you. Mundo might pick you if your kill's clever, even if the art's not that great. So don't worry about that.
I might have to do a Randy Man Savage style. Oh yeah, me too. We got Killustration coming up.
I like that too.
Don't miss it.
I like that too. Well, I got to include that. I'm gonna send, you're gonna send me an audio recording of that so I can make an intro.
All right. You want two? You want 2 of them? So I'll send you one.
Definitely. I want like a Mundo buffer. Do like 2 versions, and then like
a Randy Man Savage.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do the 2.
TK says Buenos noches, Sir
Wait,
Favorito
noches.
Duedo out. I don't know what those mean.
Hasta luego, mi amigo.
Have a good night, brother, mate.
Good luck, TK. All right, guys. On that note, with that funny music playing in the background, I think we will end the show right here. And thank you for being here tonight, talking comics and Justice League and Albatross Junction and our inking and all that stuff and comic book logos. We will see you on Monday night, Mundo Monday.
All right, fellas.
All right, man.
Later.